It was looking to beat him, so I've done that.
They've done that. But you've got a Grand Prix to win later on.
Oh, I don't think we've got one.
Well done, there we go. Sorry, I've got a lot of time. There we go. Great finale today. Thank you.
All right, straight into this one here, the New Zealand Superbike Grand Prix, and the lights are out and we're away, and Mitchell Rees gets a wonderful start off the front row of the grid. Good start from Dale Finch as well. We've got no Zach Fuller on the grid, so unfortunately no Zach Fuller making the start of this one here, so a little bit of drama as we go. Grand Prix racing, a 16-lapper here, and wonderful crowd joining us here. It's going to be something spectacular as Mitchell Rees, the defending New Zealand Superbike champion, is joined here by his younger brother home from the UK. Got married to his sweetheart on New Year's Eve, and it was a beautiful ceremony. But right now, Mitchell Rees, he wants to put his name on the New Zealand Grand Prix title. He'd absolutely love to do that. In behind him, it looks like Scotty Moyer, Dale Finch and Al Hoogie. This is going to be a great little fight here as those three battling it hard through Fulton Hogan. And then look to Dave Sharp on that second of the KMD Kawasaki's. And that's him in a quality fifth place. So let's go racing. Superbikes on the line here. 16-lap race. We had a 15-lapper scheduled. Unfortunately, we had a red flag and did it in two parts. So these guys will be tested here. If there's 16 laps between them and New Zealand Grand Prix glory, Mitchell Rees, he'll be loving this. And what he'll be loving is the fact that Al Hoogie, the challenger from race number 2 this morning, is buried in fourth place with a bit of work to do. So better start from Scotty Moyer and Dale Finch. Let's go and get excited about this one here, the New Zealand Superbike Grand Prix, joined again by the legendary Johnny Hepburn. And Johnny, you've been down to the pitch, you've got a bit of a lay of the land. What's the vibe looking like down there?
Yeah, these boys will be all trying hard for this one. It's a long race. They're all talking about tyre conservation and stuff like that. But talking to Dale Finch down there, that was quite a big crash. He hit a false neutral going into the corner. Has some very, very sore ribs, probably cracked or broken. But as I mentioned to him, it'll only hurt tomorrow. It won't hurt today. If you win that Grand Prix, or give it a good go. He told me that I was mental because they changed rules and stuff about injuries, but he'll be fine and he's doing a good job out there. To sit in third place, I said sit back and watch. You know this track, you know when to do it. So yeah, good start by Scott Moyer in this race as well.
All right, Elsa Hugenboozem goes up the inside of Dale Finch and he's got himself into third place. If he can get that thing stopped, he does. So a good move from the local legend, Elsa Hugenboozem, getting himself involved. And he knows if Mitchell Rees gets away, it'll be very hard to reel him in. So Scotty Moyer doing a good job in second place, not letting him get away at the moment. There's a genuine four-pack out in front. The New Zealand Grand Prix up for grabs here. The first domestic road racing titles to be given out in the world, and it's right here. And we start with a bang with a Superbikes four-pack leading the way, then go back to fifth place, which is Dave Sharp on that KMD Kawasaki. So he's had a pretty good weekend, a third and a fourth so far, and would love to carry on at awesome points haul as we see this getting quite exciting into the Aon Dipper. Mitchell Rees, Scotty Moyer, these guys have had some good fierce battles over the last couple of seasons. This one's shaping up nicely, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Mitchell's probably using his head here. He knows how to win championships and he knows how to win races. So I'm picking he'll be conserving his tyres as much as he can, because he didn't have enough speed to pull away from them. So if he can sit back in that last 5 laps, 10 to 15, he'll have some more tyre left. Whereas Alistair, well, he may have used his up getting through to where he is now. Scott Moyer's obviously found something in that Yamaha between the first race this morning and now. Seems a lot quicker, a lot more stable. So bit of a switch around there at the end of the shoot, was there?
Yeah, I think Alice had gone up into second place, and he's got the job done. So Al Hoogie now into second place and chasing hard. Mitchell Rees will be able to hear that R1 from Altherm Window Systems, JCA Yamaha right in behind him. So look at that four-way train. You can throw a T-towel over them at the moment as they break hard into Euromark left-hand hairpin. It's a beautiful day here in the Garden City, and this is going to be a firecracker for sure. We've still got a massive 14 laps to go, and Mitchell Rees leads Al Hoogie, our two fierce competitors who went at it in race number 2 earlier on today. That was a brilliant race we had on the cards. Then look to Scotty Moyer and Dale Finch. They are not going to let these front two get away either. So we've got 4 of those guys who can win this Grand Prix from here. We'll say look out for Dave Sharp, then go back to James Hugenboozem. That's 5th place for Dave, 6th for James. Aaron Scott is ahead of Warren Hudson in 7th and 8th. Craig Coolham ahead of Graham Jarrett Go the Mud in 10th place. Pretty exciting times here. Johnny and Ruapuna looking a treat at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. This pace here at the front is quite tight. It's just bunched up nicely. You notice there with Dale going into the hairpin, he's losing a little bit, and that's always points back to cracked ribs, because you can't push all that strength through your arms. So it's pushing back on those ribs, and they'll be hurting quite bad, but it'll only hurt tomorrow. That's what you've got to think all the way through, and just concentrate on the now and think that you've got a chance of winning this, because he still has.
any of those four have got to think that they can still do it. I believe they can, because that is a superb bunch together, and it's like you talked about before, Johnny, it's about tying and about pushing earlier on. If you want to really keep up with a crew like this and you're not racing at the same smoothness as they are, then you're going to have some excess tyre wear, and that'll pay dividends later on. So on the other hand, still just staying with them, drawn along by them, not putting in anything special. See, look at the first two. You see the third place rider just drop back that fraction, not quite as aggressive out of the corner. So that's saving a fraction on the tyre, and that'll make 16 laps. This is mega. Let's hope we run the full duration. We've not run the full.
Oh, we've got a couple down. Dale Finch has gone down and taken Scotty Moore, I think, with him as well. So a big moment, just coming way too hot. We've got it on the replay here. So
that'll be a red flag, I think.
Just coming way too hot into the hairpin. Couldn't get that thing stopped.
Yes, red flag.
Down. So we have gone to a red flag.
Bloody
so
commentator's course.
As we got Dale Finch just in way too hot, accidentally clipping Scotty on the way through as well. So hopefully everything A-OK, but a bit of drama there. As only 3 laps into the New Zealand Superbike Grand Prix, we've gone to a red flag, and a couple of our top competitors out of this one, Johnny.
Yeah, that was he hit the brakes and hit him hard, and then it tank slapped in. The back tried to pass the front, and then he was all gone. And poor old Scott Moyer was just the innocent party there, and he's got his bike taken out from underneath him. Both riders are sort of crawling round. They are crawling, so that is a good thing. So, yeah, not nice to see though.
And no hesitation with the red flag. I think that was good. There's no way you're going to not have a red flag out of that, because look how far they've gone, which is amazing. But of course their bikes are still there. They weren't going to get up in a super hurry. You weren't just going to bounce from that one and get back on your feet. So man oh man, and unfortunately, of course, the local hero Dale Finch will be absolutely feeling that if he didn't feel it from the last fall. Now there's the incident, of course. Who's the reason for it? There's a bit of a challenge, of course, because you got 2 of them down. So do you allow Scott Moyer to do the restart in the race? There's a little bit of drama for you.
The way I read it, if their bikes are right, yes he can, because he wasn't the cause of the accident. He wasn't the cause of the red flag. But hey, that's up for the officials. We'll see what happens. There's, if you want to go and grab an ice cream or a drink from the shops around this place, now would be the time to do it, because I think you'll be sitting waiting for 10 or 15 while they clean this up. The ambulance is on its way around now, so that's good. The boys are up, so they'll just clean this mess up, and when we know what's going on, we'll come back to you and let you know. Thank you.
All right, indeed. Just a reminder, of course, of getting the Bears raffle, the KTM RC390. So well done. Tickets being sold here today, $20. Again, don't look at it as a cost. Look at it as an investment. Why you're investing in the sport, you're investing in a chance to win an awesome KTM RC390. Had the opportunity to ride one of these bikes. They're a beautiful little bike, and they're so good. And of course, they're eligible for super sport racing as well. And importantly, of course, being a KTM, the Austrian wonder brand, that's taken our 2 motocross world champions, both Shane King and Ben Townley, winning